Vader's Vault here, showcasing our Hero model. We just realized that we never actually finished the video from 2016 when we launched the run. Pretty hectic and chaotic time for us. So we just wanted to go through and showcase the Hero a little bit, especially since we have a new batch in production, hopefully releasing sometime this fall. And we did have a few left over from the original run that we installed with Plecter Pixel, and sort of wanted to go through, show off the features of the Hero, show off operations, and just show you a little bit about what it's like to have a Hero with the Plecter Pixel installed. As you can see, we have two versions. We have our movie accurate or screen accurate delete version, so the emitter has a flat face. If you order the blade plug-in with it, it does have that nipple that sticks out that makes it 100% accurate. And then we have our dueling extension version, which just has a little extension under the face of the emitter just to give the blade a little extra support for sparring or dueling, that kind of thing. All right, so in the Hero, there's been a lot of these done over the last decade and a half that the Saber industry has been around. There are a lot of shortcuts were taken by some companies. There are a lot of things that were done that, you know, just I wasn't happy with. A lot of the main feature of this particular iconic model is the thin neck. And some of the shortcuts that are made is because, you know, the LED being in the emitter would cause a lot of other companies to have trouble with blade depth. So they end up putting the LED down below in the grenade section to then shine up a very thin-walled neck, which results in not only a weak neck, but a very dim blade because you're choking down all that light. So we didn't want to do that. We wanted to take no shortcuts there. So we engineered a method to get the LED in the emitter itself in a very low profile fashion. And that allows us to get the LED right under the blade, right where it belongs, to get all that light up the blade tube. With Plecter Pixel, we don't have to worry about that so much, but we still put the connector in the emitter. That way we have the same versatility that we get with our Plecter Pixel connectors, the pancake connectors, and how awesome they are and how close they are to existing conventional LED technology within, you know, how easy they are to remove and install. So we have our copper neck here, which is machined out of a solid lug of copper. There's only a small enough hole that goes through it just to pass through the 5 wires that go to either the LED or the Plecter Pixel connector, and that's it. The rest of it is just pure awesome wall strength. And then we go down to the anodized grenade section here, and then we've got our control box with the nice solid copper plate box top, and our copper control box PCB provided to us by Sloth Furnace, who always does great accurate work for us on the control box cards. And then we wanted the control box to have the functional black cubes as the switches. When you watch the cave scene, it uses the black cubes on the side for ignition, and we wanted to keep that functional. So those two cubes are our auxiliary and main activation switch. We have our LED arrows that function and are sequenced, which can be edited in the SD card. And then everything is controlled in the soundboard at the back in the Delrin chassis here. A lot of our combat class Sabers have a removable chassis solution currently, but our limited series Sabers tend to have a fixed chassis just for design reasons mostly. It would be very difficult to have a removable battery solution. But there we go. We have our SD card right there, so you can pull that out and make any changes you want. You have your recharge port here, so you plug your charger in, or, you know, if you want, you have a kill key, and that keeps your battery at charge if it's on, you know, in storage for long periods of time or on display for long periods of time. But to power it on, we want to take that kill key out.
I see you have constructed a new lightsaber.
Place your pommel back on. And then we have our rear button here is the auxiliary button that's used for changing sound fonts, blaster block, lockup, activation, and then also for changing colors, since this is an RGB Plecter Pixel Saber. And then we have our main activation button here. Turns it on, press and hold to turn it off. When it's on, you can tap it for a blaster block, hold it down for a lockup, and I'll demo the color change when we put the blade in here. Plecter Pixel, we use a pancake connector. as shown in our other videos. So there are no exposed connectors or anything you have to align or any crazy stuff like that. There are spring-loaded gold pogo pins down in there that line up with those traces on that connector. Put your battery or your blade in, sorry. Tighten that down with the retention wrench. But no, that's red. That doesn't belong on this Saber. Well, this is Plecter Pixel, so it's RGB. So you press both buttons, you'll hear the color change sound, and then you just fan it down in an arc until you get to the blade color that you desire for this Saber, which we all know should be green. When you get to that color, you press the auxiliary button, and you'll hear it lock in, and then that color stays. You get your flash on clash, you get localized blaster blocks, you get your lockup, and of course, that awesome scroll effect. Up to 288 individual controlled LEDs gives it a very smooth activation animation and retraction animation, as well as a slew of other blade effects that you can customize and control on your soundboard. Very cool. Like I said, we will be releasing a new batch this fall from Vader's Vault, our iconic hero model Saber.